I'm Chris.
I'm Elon.
And this is Single Dad Homestead, brought to you from the Ozarks again. Hey guys, this is one of the last videos that you're going to get from us from the Ozarks. You might get one more, but we are headed to the store to resupply on our stuff that we need in the cooler and things of that nature. And Ethan and Sarah and Ethan's mom had some family come in from the funeral. If you don't know, they had a pretty big loss. Ethan and Sarah from 180 Degrees. So they've got some family in visiting for a few minutes. So we took this opportunity. We're going to drive over and grab some groceries and some things we need to replenish in the truck, and then come back and we're going to clean up. You can see the big mess that you guys have seen in a couple of videos. So me and Elon have just been chilling out for a few minutes. We went out and checked some things out this morning. But Elon, so far, what are you liking about the trip? What's been some cool highlights about things we've done?
The girls.
The girls? What about the boys?
Meh.
Yeah. You like the boys too. August is pretty funny, isn't he? Him and Daddy were singing last night, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta scoot over where they can see you. We're driving right now, guys, so it's kind of an odd video, but we've had a really good time. We've got to show some love and some blessings to Sarah and Ethan. Didn't get as much work as I would like to have gotten done, nor was I as productive as I'd like to have been. But we had a good time. Should we share our creek experience, Elon?
I almost drowned.
You almost what?
I almost drowned.
Yeah, she almost drowned. We went to the Roaring River, and we didn't put this in the last video that we released about that, but we were literally in the kids swimming area that is posted. It says to be careful for like contaminants and stuff in natural waters, which is normal for most places, just as warnings. But this place is, maybe calf high on Elon, ankle high on me, and it's not real deep, but then there's a cut that's beside it by this walled up area that they have made for keys. There goes deer across the road. Elon, look.
Woo!
Hopefully no more. Oh, a baby ran out. We just had about 6 deer run in front of us, guys. Anyway, they've got this area done up for the kids. And I told Elon, I said, baby, you got to be careful because the water's crystal clear like the Caribbean. You can see the bottom. I said, that area is deeper. It's probably over Daddy's head. And she says, okay. So she's just playing in the shallows and stuff. And I'm sitting with my chair in the water with my feet in the water, maybe, what, Elon, 10 feet away?
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably 10 feet away. And all of a sudden I look at her and she says, this is deep. And she's up to about her chest, and all of a sudden she's just gone. There's an undertow in this water, and it's sucked her into this deep hole. And there's no current. You can't see current at all. It's just like being at the ocean and there being an undertow. So I do my dad thing. She's dog paddling. She's keeping herself up really good. I take, my 4 or 5 big leaps and bounds. I've got my firearm in my pocket. I've got my cash in my pocket. My phone was laying on the chair, luckily. But I've probably got 10 or 15 pounds of extra weight in my pockets and my shoes on. So I take my bounds, boom, boom, boom. I get to her, and as I get to her, I guess she realizes that I'm there, so she kind of gives up on the dog paddling. We won't do that anymore, will we?
Yeah.
And she's under. So I jump, I get to her, I pull her up by her arm, and this undertow takes hold of me. Now, guys, I can swim. I can swim pretty gosh darn good. And I get a hold of her. This thing's sucking me under. I get her raised above the water, and I can barely get out, take a breath. So she takes a breath. I push myself up enough to clear my face. I'm calm as a cucumber. I take a big, deep breath. I try to take a paddle. I'm not going nowhere. So I get her back up. I get her out of the water, and I tell her to let go of me. And we've been working really hard on Elon doing exactly what Daddy tells her when Daddy tells her, and she did. So as scared as she was, she lets go, and I throw her. And I throw her probably 5 or 6 feet toward the shoreline, which now we're talking 30 feet maybe total distance, and 20 feet of this is the little area that's up to your ankles. And She still can't get to the bottom. It's still sucking her backwards. I can't barely swim at all. I'm thinking I'm a goner. So I was like, there's nothing I can do unless I can get a good paddle on this, get a good breath and go. So I take 2 or 3 big strokes. I break, I get up through there, I get to her the second time, I grab her, I switch to this arm, to my right arm, which is my strong arm. I pick her up out of the water. We're still neither one touching the bottom. And literally like 6 to 10 feet of width, not depth, width. And I look at her and I say, you have to let go. I'm going to throw you. And how far did I throw you, Elin?
I don't know.
I threw her almost all the way to the bank, floating in the water, going down myself. And I threw her, and she ended up in about a foot of water where 2 feet of water where she could get her footing, got there, crawled out. And then everything I had into me to swim 6 feet, because the undertow at that little kids area at Roaring River was so strong. And we got out of there, and Elin crawls up beside the chair and just lays down. Right in the middle of the rocks, lays down. I get up, I'm asking her if she's okay, asking her if her lungs are hurting, if she ingested any water that way. She swallowed a little bit, but very clean water. And she was fine. She was scared and tired, and we got everything done. But that was a scary day. We left it. Right from there, we went to the Walmart and we picked up a flotation device, which we forgot at home. We said we were going to bring. But guys, it's just a reminder, it can happen anywhere at any time. This was a designated swimming area for the kids. This was an area where I know the day before there was 60 kids laying around there, Elin, playing?
Yeah.
I mean, it was packed. And what I'll tell you is this. If we were at home, if we were any place else, I would let her in the water without a floaty then. Because the water wasn't a foot deep. It was just this big section right on the edge where they had pushed up this wall, and it had caused this undertow because of the way that they designed it, the way that they pushed it, and it just sucked us in. It sucked me in, it sucked her in, and if you weren't a strong swimmer, I don't think you could get out of it. I don't think you could have done anything. So, scary story, Nanny, if you're watching, we are okay. To my mother, to my father, we will call you before this comes out and let you know what's going on if you don't already know. But it was a scary day, wasn't it, Elin? Instead of leaving, we were leaving right after that to go home. Instead of going straight home, we took about an hour and a half lunch break at Subway, and then about an hour and a half shopping, and then we just took our time coming back and getting to there. Now, the park is beautiful. I don't know about the fishing there. The fish seem more like pets, like I said. And anyway, the whole long story is we're alive. We're happy, right?
Yep.
We're having a great time. And this adventure is going to continue. We're going to Walmart. We're going to pick up the rest of what we need, because that's about what we have. We're off to spend one more day in Missouri tomorrow. We're going to finish up this day with our friends Ethan and Sarah and the kids. Tomorrow we're going to still be in Missouri. I think maybe a day in the morning and left in Missouri, and then we're off to Nebraska. So if you're in Nebraska and you want to have a cup of coffee, or you want to just say hi, hit us up in the comments, send us an email, send us something like that, and maybe we can stop by and say hi. But we're going to go to the Omaha Zoo. You guys will be getting that information. We've made some friends we're going to meet up and have a cup of coffee with. And with that said, as always, God bless.
Whatever God gives you.
And we're out of here. Buddy says bye.